Hi, folks. My name is Max Bingman. Today, I'll be providing some statistics on addiction to help better understand the severity and grasp it has on the world. Let's first start with the definition of addiction. Oxford Dictionary describes it as the fact or condition of being addicted to a particular substance, thing, or activity. While addiction can take many forms and different outlets, we'll be focusing more on substance oriented addiction. The statistics that are most near and dear to our heart and happen closest to home are the ones that help to describe addiction in America. It is estimated that almost 21 million Americans have at least one addiction, and 10% of them receive treatment. Americans between the ages of 18 and 25 are most likely to use addictive drugs. This quote is the most striking to me because I fall into that age range. Knowing my age group is some of the most susceptible to drugs is alarming. Lastly, more than 90% of people who have an addiction started to drink or use drugs before they were 18 years old. Let's move away from statistics that are only representative for America and focus more on statistics that are centered around the world. For example, with alcohol every year, worldwide, alcohol is the cause of 5.3% of deaths, or 1 in every 20. Think about how frequently people pass away, and the fact that that many is attributed to alcohol is frightening. About 300 million people throughout the world have an alcohol use disorder. That's almost the entire population of the United States. And about 6% of American adults, about 15 million people, have an alcohol use disorder, when only about 7% of those ever get treatment. Even though nicotine is often regarded as less dangerous as alcohol and other substances, I hope these stats help to highlight how detrimental nicotine is. About 34 million Americans smoke cigarettes, and smoking is the cause of over 480,000 deaths every year in the United States. That's almost half a million people dying from something that could and should be otherwise preventable. Each day, nearly 16,000 young people smoke a cigarette for the first time, and of the American population, about 15% of American men and about 13% of American women smoke cigarettes. Another drug that is extremely dangerous and very prevalent in the Appalachian Mountains are narcotics. As you may know, narcotics can take many forms, whether that be prescription pills, heroin, or even fentanyl. It is estimated about 10% of people who misuse prescription opioids become addicted to opioids. That means if you ever get a script for pain relief medication, always be mindful of how much and how frequently you are taking them. It is approximately 2.1 million Americans have an opioid use disorder, and about 130 Americans die every day from opioid overdose. If you think about 130 a day, just think about how many that is every hour, only a few minutes apart. If you or someone you love is in need of help, there are always resources. When addiction is occurring, it is often hard to realize when and how to stop. One of the most important things to always remember is that you're loved and that there is help out there. If you personally witness or see some of this behavior in your own life and don't know where to turn, the SAMHSA helpline is a great resource. It's provided through the federal government and helps to pair you with someone who's highly educated on the subject. There are also helplines dedicated to specific substance abuse and are easily locatable with a quick Google search. Thanks for your time.